If you own a Nissan Xterra, then you probably already know that these rear bumpers are prone to rusting out. If you drive down the road and you happen to see a Nissan Xterra, take a look at the rear bumper. It's probably rusty. They came out of the factory with thin paint and bad primer, so they're prone to rust, especially in the rust belt. Now I'm going to show you in this video step-by-step process how to change out this rear bumper. You can take it off, sand it, paint it, or you can replace it with a brand new one, whatever you want. I do highly recommend when you're working underneath the vehicle, use some type of safety goggles, not just glasses. So we're going to get this changed out. Takes about an hour if you've never done it before. There's only 3 bolts on each side, so let's get to it. Now this plastic piece here, if you're going to reuse it, it's just going to pop straight up. If you're going to put a new one on, there's no reason to even take it off. All you got to do is pull straight up. It's just held in by some tabs. Alright guys, so we're staring at the driver's side. You have these 3 bolts right here. This one you want to leave in because it actually helps support the bumper. You only need to remove these 2 right here. And like I said, you only need a 19mm socket. And then you're also going to want to unplug the license plate lights, which is this wire right here. It goes up there. You need to cut those zip ties. And then this is just kind of a push-pull connector. Push down on this side, that comes right apart. We're looking at the passenger side. Same 3 bolts. This one right here you want to leave in. See how there's a cutout there? That's why you want to leave that one in, because it actually helps support the bumper while you get it lined up. That's why you can do this job by yourself. I've got these 2 bolts here most of the way out. So now what we got to do is remove these 2 on this side, the 2 on the other side, and the bumper is going to pull straight off. On the passenger side, there is no wiring. Now on the passenger side, you may need to use a extension because the exhaust is right down here. So I just used a 6-inch extension bar to get past the exhaust. And you can also kind of push the exhaust away a little bit. That's about the only difference between the passenger and the driver's side. All right, so I have the 4 bolts completely removed. I have the 1 on each side that's in that slotted area. So now the bumper should just pull straight off. So now would actually be a good time, if you have a rusty vehicle, grab some flat black spray paint and spray paint all underneath there, any of the rusty spots. New or your refinished bumper. And you want to line that up and slide that in on those bolts that are just sticking out. You have to give it a little tap. Rotate this up and you can see right down here where the bolt holes are. So then you just reach underneath and put in one of the bolts. That way it won't fall out. And now before it's all bolted in, I like to put this pad on and then get it underneath this trim piece. Now I do it now because once you get this actually put into place, see how it goes up under there? It's a little bit harder to do later. Underneath and put all of the bolts in, just thread them in a little bit by hand. And then do the same thing on the driver's side. I don't connect the wiring until I get all the bolts tight. That way I don't accidentally snag the wiring. Get all your bolts snug, you can go ahead and make that wire connection. And now we're going to torque all of these bolts to 135 foot-pounds. And the bumper is all done. Looks a lot better than it did before. And that's all there is to it, guys. Start this on early Saturday morning, finish it up, and still go out for breakfast. Hope this step-by-step video helped you out, and thanks for watching.